Kindergarten. Yesterday we started learning about fables, which are short stories with a moral. Remember, a moral is a lesson or something that someone learns. Yesterday our lion learned that small friends can be great friends. But today we're going to learn a different fable. All right, so we know a fable is a short story with a moral, and usually they're about animals. But we need to go over some vocabulary. Our first word that we need to learn is feast. Can you say feast? A feast is a really huge meal or a big meal with lots and lots of food. Our next word is greedy. Greedy is when you want more than what you need and you're not willing to share. So if you're greedy, maybe you want all the money in the world or all the food on the table, but you want it all. Our next word is stream, and a stream is like a small river, just like right here. So a stream is a small river. And then we have reflection. This one is the most important word in our story today. A reflection is an image that's usually seen in a mirror, water, or another shiny surface. So when you look in the mirror and you see your own face, that's your reflection. You sometimes see it when you look in a body of water, like right here, there's a tree, but you can see the tree also reflecting in the water. Okay, this story is called The Dog and His Reflection. Get ready to listen to this story. It is about a dog that sees his reflection. Okay, listen carefully to see if you can learn and hear the lesson that this dog learns. We're going to try and find out, what is this dog going to learn in the story? Remember, I'm going to be reading out of my book right here, so I might not be looking at the screen always. Here we go. Once upon a time, a big dog was trotting through the streets, feeling very fine because the butcher had just given him a juicy bone. The dog held his head high and his tail very stiff, and he looked neither to the right nor the left. All the little town dogs ran behind him, barking and saying, "Please, please let us smell your bone." But the big dog hurried on and would have nothing to do with the hungry little town dogs. See, there he is, and they're all asking, "Can we smell your bone?" And he's saying, "No." The big dog would not think of sitting down to enjoy his bone. If he did that, some of his friends might come along, and then he would have to share his feast with them. Remember, feast is a big meal. The big dog did not want to share. "I will bury my bone," said the dog. "I will bury it a long way from here where none of the other dogs can find it. And then someday I will dig it up and I will eat it." So the big dog hurried on until he left the town behind him. Soon he came to a clear, fast-running stream with a bridge across it. Look, there's the stream. It's like the small river. "On the other side of this stream will be a good place to bury my bone," said the dog. He started across the bridge with the bone clutched tightly in his teeth. We'll see what happens next. No sooner did he set foot on the bridge than he looked down and saw, running along on the top of the water, another big dog with another bone in his mouth. The big dog stopped running, and the dog in the water stopped too. The big dog started walking again, and the dog in the water started too. The big dog put on a fierce look and turned his head to face the dog in the water. The dog in the water turned to face him in precisely, or exactly, the same way, and with a look every bit as fierce. "This will never do," said the big dog. "I'm going to take this bone away from him." What do you think is happening? Are there really two dogs? One on top of the bridge and one under the water? What does it look like? So the big dog opened his mouth wide to take the other dog's bone, but there was no dog in the water at all. What the big dog had seen was his own reflection. When he opened his mouth, the bone went splash in the stream, and the current carried it away forever. So the moral of the story is, if you're greedy, you might lose everything. Oh my goodness. What a story. The poor dog learned his lesson. Thank you for listening to this fun story, and get ready to talk about it with Mr. Malcolm.